Well, hey family, this is Darlene. Want to thank you for stopping by the Jury by BDK YouTube channel. I know you didn't come here for a sermon. So here's the video. And guess what? We'll talk. Well, hey family, happy Saturday. So we're going to make a really cute couple of pairs of dangle earrings. I'm going to use these beads right here, or charms, these. And then I'm going to use these. And these are going to hang from the bottom of the earring. So what we're going to do, we need to cut us 2 pieces of cord. I'm using, this is 20 millimeter. So I'm cutting the 20 millimeter for a reason, and I want to make sure that both pieces are evenly cut. So we want to make sure these are the same length. $20 millimeter. So I just want to make sure they're the same length. So I'm going to here and then go here. And I'll see just a little bit off. Okay. So these are the same length. And I have a piece of 16 gauge wire. So I'm going to take a piece of the 18 gauge. I think what I want to do, hold on a second. I think I want to make it a little bit shorter. So I'm going to cut this. So that's even. And then we'll cut it. We'll cut it about right here. That way we can use these 2 wires to make some charms. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the first 20 gauge piece of wire. I'm going to take my 16 gauge piece of wire. And I'm just going to start wrapping the 20 gauge around the 16 gauge. And you want to make sure that it's nice and even. And the wire is basically meeting wire. You don't want any gaps. You don't want it laying on top of it, you know, like overlaid. You want it to be nice and even. So let's do. Just wrapping that wire around the 16 gauge. And I'm using 16 gauge because 16 gauge is thicker. So I'm just going to wrap it. And then just keep wrapping it. And I might make this shorter. Okay, but so for right now, that's what it looks like. And then I'm going to push the wire off from the back part. And then this is what we get. So I'm going to go ahead and clip this part off right here. And then I will clip this part off right here. And hopefully we can get these the same length. About like that. And then we want to do our second one. So we want to take our 20 gauge wire, 16 gauge wire. Go ahead and wrap it. Make sure the wire meets the wire. It's not on top of wire, but it literally lays right next to the wire. So just want to keep wrapping it. Wrapping it. And then wrap. I believe we left it about right there. And then we're just going to push it off. We want to go ahead and clip this part off. And then we're going to clip this part off. we should have them about the same length. If not, that means I did a boo-boo, and that's still okay, because I can just go ahead and clip this part off right here. And then try to get it even. Okay, so we're going to try this. And it looks like they're about the same. So we're going to try these, and then hopefully these will come out looking like what we want them, in my mind, what I am thinking they're going to come out looking like. And we are going to use some 18 gauge wire. This is 20 gauge. And when I bought this 20 gauge wire, I didn't know what I was going to be doing with 20 gauge wire because it's so thin. But now we're going to be using 18 gauge wire. So we're going to go ahead and cut us a couple of pieces. About this long. So I need 2. Go ahead and cut these and be the same length. And we probably won't use all this, but I always would rather have more than less. Okay, so that matches the end. Get to this end. And we need to make sure that it's even. Cut it. And I like to round the bottoms together. So I'm going to take my little pliers, and it looks like they're even. And all I'm going to do is go ahead and close them off to where I got them both the same size. So then what we're going to do is we are going to take, let's do a white bead first. So we're going to do a white bead. And then we want to take our wire that we rolled up. And we want to go ahead and put that wire on here because we want to use it to separate the beads. And then that's what we do right there. And then, let's see, we might want to use this bead right here. And I'm going to use this bead right here instead of the green bead, because I wasn't really sure if I was going to use the green bead or if I was going to use this bead. But looking at it, I want to use this bead because I want to wrap some wire around the top part of the bead. So now what we're going to do is my pliers. Go ahead and take the pliers about right there. Bend that over. And then wrap that wire around. Okay. And I'm going to see how the top is crooked like that. So all I'm going to do is take my pliers and bend that back. So now what I want to do, and I keep doing that because my sleeve keeps going up. So now what I want to do is, this is why I cut the wire long. I want to wrap some wire around the top. I'm going to have to use my pliers. I want to wrap it around the top. And I'll show you, but I got to hold it like this for right now. So I want to bring some of that wire down almost about midway. And you can see what I'm doing. So about midway. And then I'm going to take the wire and I'm going to fold it back up and bring it up here. So you can see how I took it and I folded to bring it back up here. So now I need my pliers again, and then I'll wrap that wire around there at least twice, like that. And then we're just going to cut this off right here. And then we want to make sure that this is tucked in right there. If not, we can just cut a little bit more off. So this is what it looks like so far. And then what we're going to do, the bottom part down here, we're going to loosen that up. And we're going to put one of our charms down here. We're calling it a charm. And then, so for here though, this hoop right here, I don't want that hoop that big. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the hoop. And I'm going to clip a little bit of the wire about right here. And then I'm going to take my pliers and go ahead and close it. So now we have less hoop down there. And then we got some ear wires. And it's lightweight, it's not heavy at all. And the reason why it's not heavy is because these are smaller beads and I use 20 millimeter wire. So we use the 18, the 20 millimeter. And then what I would do if I use these again, these charms right here, I would make the holes, the hoops right here, I would make these a lot smaller. So these hoops would be about this size here. So I wouldn't make them this big, although they still look pretty. I mean, they look really nice. I'm going to go ahead and finish the other one. So we went ahead and we already hooped it. We're going to throw our white bead on here. Throw our wire on here. Do that. And then we're going to take this other bead and we'll put this one on here. And then this is what they look like together. Looks even. And then I'm going to take my pliers and put them about right there.
Secrets only we know. The city hums but moves so slow. Your touch a rhythm, soft and sweet, pulling me in where the heart beats me. Velvet waves, they carry me through the tide to where we're free. Velvet waves, oh can't you see, this love's a song, a melody. Golden street.
Our hoop on that ear wire, close that up. And then, oops. So this is what these look like. Some really cute little dangle earrings. So I can see, like I was saying, these hoops on the bottom earring, on this part right here, I would make these smaller. And I can see that they would be perfect if I made them smaller. Like they would look really cohesive, like they're just run real nicely together. But these to me look very elegant. You guys let me know what you think. These are really pretty. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to do these other ones, the red ones. So we're going to use these. And then we're going to use these red beads and a Buddha head. So let's see what we can come out with these. So we need this is our 16 gauge wire. And we need to cut some 20 gauge wire. That's this right here.
Your midnight eyes, the world disappears where your shadow lies. Every breath you take, a melody in disguise. You move like silk, like a secret breeze. I'm lost, I'm bound, you're the lock and key. Under your spell, can't break free. You got me, baby, baby. Down on my knees, under your spell. You're all I see. Under your spell, you're all I see. This magic, baby, you and me, you and you. Your touch is a spark, sets my heart aflame. Each whisper you give makes me call your name.
Yep, there we go. Okay. And then we'll pull that off, and it looks like they're about the same. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this extra off. That off, and then we'll cut this one off. So these are a little bit shorter, and I wanted them a little bit shorter because I'm going to use the Buddha head and a bead. So let's cut that. Okay, so they look about the same length. Good stuff. And then we want our 16 gauge wire. And with the 16 gauge, I think we're going to do it long too. So let's see. I'm going to go ahead and cut about half and half. So that's almost perfect. So we got that right here. And then we messed it by just a little bit. See that? Just a little bit. And then, so remember with the other one, we made the hoop on the end bigger than what we wanted. So we're just going to make it a little bit smaller this time. And maybe do it about right here. So that should be perfect. If not, we'll redo it, but I think that should work. And then I think what we'll do, we'll start with a red bead. Start with a red bead. And then we'll go ahead and do our wires. On each one. Looks cool already. And then we will do our Buddha heads. So we'll do a Buddha head on that one, Buddha head on this one. So this is what the Buddhas is going to look like. So then we're just going to take our pliers, wrap it about right there, fold that wire, just wrap it. And you can see it's crooked, so we'll straighten it up. And I think what I want to do, I'm thinking I want to take it, let me see something. I think I want to take it down almost like a, let's see. I want to take it down almost like a casing or something. Like it's just kind of encased. Remember, you guys may not remember that, but my mother used to have a lamp, and I think it was called a rain lamp, but it was kind of like this, spiraled, and the not rain, but whatever it was, wax or something would come rolling down. So this is what I want to do right here. And then I think I want to take, I should be able to take this around, because you see how that looks. That's what I want to do. But I think I should be able to take this around, this meaning the wire around, and then lock it around there. But what I want to do is I'm going to put the charm on here first. Let me open that up. Okay, so we're going to put the charm on first. We may not even need the charm, but I think it'll make them look really cool. So we close that, and then we'll take this wire and close that wire around it. And I'm trying not to bend the wire at the top up here, because in my mind I know what I want, but it'll work out if I got everything all bent up. So we can close that wire around here. Okay, like that. And then that's what I want to do. Oops. So I wanted to make like some type of spiral with that Buddha head right there. And again, I can see where I need to make these hoops smaller, but that's okay. Even if I got to wear these myself, I'll wear them. Okay, so we'll do that. And then we're just going to take the other one, about right there. We're going to fold that wire over, wrap it around, and then what we want to do, I'm going to straighten that up. That meaning this part, because when I wrap it, it'll bend. So I'm going to take my pliers and help me to start wrapping it, or maybe I don't need it, to start wrapping the wire around. Almost like a merry-go-round type swirl ride or something. Just kind of wrapping that around. So with this one, I want to put the charm on the bottom before I wrap that around the bottom. So we're going to put that one there. And we'll go ahead and close it. So we want to get our wire around. So we want to get it around the bottom down here. Okay. And then we got that wire around there. And then let's put some ear wires on here. And I do know people will take the pliers and they'll do them sideways. I've never done that like that. I mean, and if that's how you do them, keep doing them that way. I don't generally do them that way because they always work for me when I do them the way I do them. So I just stick to what works for me. I just make sure that they're closed all the way, and you know, that's all that really matters. So this is what these look like. Oh my goodness, these are adorable, right? Okay, just giving so much life. Look at that. These are like so cool. Okay, like really, really cool. And I almost want to make more of these with the, I'm going to get some black beads. These 15 millimeter. I want some black ones. So this is what we just did. You guys let me know if you like these or not. These are really, really cool. I really like these and they came out good, but I could see some little areas where I need to work on, like right here, making the hoop a little bit smaller on the top. So when I'm using them for earrings like this, I need it to be, that hoop to be a lot smaller. But I do dig like everything that's going on with the wire wrapping and stuff, and also like with these. So these came out like really cool too. But again, I can see here where the hoops need to be a little bit smaller, like up here. So this is good stuff though. You guys let me know what you think. Darlene Knight for Jewelry by BDK. And guess what? We'll talk.